Hemolytic disease of newborn is a blood disorder which occurs in the fetus and is a good example for hypersensitivity too. The mother's blood and fetal blood never mixes with each other. The fetal circulation is well separated from the mother's circulation. During pregnancy, some of the mother's antibodies belonging to immunoglobulin G class is passed through the placenta and enter the fetal circulation. This enables mother to transfer her immunity to the fetus. Although fetal RBCs do not cross the placenta, small numbers of fetal RBC can enter the mother's circulation through some microscopic pores in the placenta. At the time of delivery, when the placenta separates from the uterine wall, large amount of fetal red blood cells enter the mother's circulation. So this is the natural phenomena which occurs. But when does the problem arise? Suppose mother is Rh negative. This means Rh antigens are absent in the mother's RBC and she is pregnant with the first child and the fetus is Rh positive. So the fetus is inherited the Rh antigen from the father. During this first pregnancy with the Rh positive fetus, the Rh negative mother is usually not exposed to the fetal red blood cell. As I told you earlier, because the mother's blood circulation is well separated from the fetal blood circulation in the placenta. Very few fetal RBCs may escape into the mother's circulation from the microscopic pores in the placenta. But when the child is delivered, large amount of fetal RBCs enters the mother's circulation. This happens because of the bleeding due to separation of the placenta from the uterine wall. So what will happen now to the Rh negative mother? These Rh positive fetal RBCs are foreigner or non-self. So mother's immune system will start producing anti-Rh antibodies against the Rh positive antigen of the fetus. The fetal RBC in the mother's circulation are cleared by the anti-Rh antibodies, and we know that antibodies of IgM class cannot cross the placenta. Therefore, these antibodies are not a threat to the fetus. And moreover, since the child is delivered by the mother, this first Rh positive child is safe depending on the amount of fetal RBC which enters into the mother's circulation. So, what did we tell now? The first child is safe because no autoantibodies from the mother has entered into the fetus because she was not exposed at all to the child's or the fetal RBC. But now after the delivery of the first child, what happens? What did we tell? The placenta is when it is separated, the Rh antibodies of the child mixes with the Rh negative antigens of the mother. Now the mother becomes sensitized. That is, the mother's Rh negative antibodies, they react against the positive antibodies of the fetus. So now once the mother's RBCs are sensitized, they start producing the memory cells. So autoantibodies are produced and the memory cells are being produced. So during the second pregnancy, suppose say the mother is again carrying an Rh positive fetus. Now the problem occurs. So again now what happens? Some amount of the fetal Rh positive antigen enters through the microscopic holes of the placenta. Now immediately what happens? The mother who is already sensitized starts to become produce the effector cells, that is the memory cells become active and they start producing the autoantibodies against the fetal blood. This is where the problem arises. So when the child is delivered, we told that there is large amount of mixing of the blood. So here immediately what happens is the memory cells of the mother has already produced an autoantibodies. This Rh antibodies attack the Rh positive baby's blood cells causing Rh disease or the hemolytic disease of the fetus. So what happens here is depending upon the severity of the disease, whether it is mild or if it is moderate or it is too severe, the child can get aborted or there will be miscarriage or if it is mild, the child will be an anemic. So this is known as the hemolytic disease of the newborn. So if it is severe, as I said, there is a greater and prolonged destruction of the fetal RBCs, liver, spleen and other organs of the fetus. Hence it is known as the hemolytic disease of the fetus. Now, nowadays this is not a problem. Okay, this can be prevented by passive immunization of the Rh negative mother with anti-Rh antibodies. These antibodies are available under the trade name Rogam. So the Rh negative mother is injected with anti-Rh antibodies or the Rogam during her first pregnancy, that is 28 weeks gestation and again within 48 to 72 hours after the delivery. Now, why we are saying that we have to give her the anti-Rh antibodies during the 28 weeks of gestation means during this 28 weeks, because this is the time about which the fetal RBC starts to expressing their Rh antigens. That is more specifically to tell that they are expressing the D antigen. Therefore, if by any chance these fetal RBCs enter into the mother's circulation, the anti-Rh antibodies which the mother has received through this drug Rogam can prevent the fetal hemolytic disease. And also, after the delivery of the child, within 48 to 72 hours after the birth, okay, then also the mother is given this anti-Rh antibody. So within 48 to 72 hours after the delivery, this whatever the Rogam we have given, it will destroy all the fetal RBC. Okay, so the fetal RBC, which is Rh positive, will never have the chance to interact with the mother's antibodies at all. They will be destroyed by this Rogam or the Rodi. So therefore, the child will not have any disease. Okay, both the mother and the child can be born healthy. So these are produced in the subsequent pregnancy. That is, this Rh antigens are produced in the subsequent pregnancy in the immunized Rh negative mother, and the child will be safe. So just let us recall once again. So Rh positive red blood cells enter into the mother's circulation, particularly at the time of the delivery, the mixing of the blood is more. And here the mother is an anti, that is Rh negative. So what happens is when the mixing of the Rh positive blood with the Rh negative mother results in the anti-Rh antibodies are produced. So what happens is the first child will be safe But only during the second delivery, if again the baby or the fetus is Rh positive, then it can lead to the hemolytic disease because the mother is now carrying the anti-Rh antibodies. Okay, so these antibodies are usually IgG antibodies. So now these IgG antibodies which are carrying the anti-Rh antibodies will enter easily into the placenta because we told that IgG is the one which is giving protection, immunity to the baby. But this IgGs are now autoantibodies. Once it enters, reaches the placenta, what happens? It can kill the child. Okay, so the child will die because of the organ failure of the child. So what now they do is we have what are called as this Rogam D. So what are these Rogam means? These are anti-Rh antibodies. That is, whenever the child is carrying her that Rh positive blood, when it mixes with the mother's Rh negative blood, nothing happens to the child because the mother is injected already with the what Rh antibodies or the Rogam or the Rho-D. So this Rho-D, what it will do is it will start producing the antibody which can clear off the Rh positive antigen of the baby which is being mixing. So the mother's antibodies will not have a chance to interact with the mixed blood of the fetus, which is carrying Rh positive antigens because our rogam is clearing of the fetal RBCs. So the child is born safe now. So this drug should be given in the 28 weeks of the gestation or after 48 or 72 hours of the delivery of the child. So what will happen is that even though if she wants to go for a second pregnancy, the second pregnancy will also be safe because we have already immunized the mother with the Rh antibodies and no death or lysis of the fetal RBC will occur. So, hemolytic disease of the newborn is a classical example of hypersensitivity too. So, not only this, even the blood transfusion, even that is an example for the hypersensitivity too. And also we spoke about penicillin. Okay, how the penicillin, those people who are having allergy to penicillin, how the penicillin will come and bind to the host antigen and change the epitope of our host antigen. Now, what will happen when that happens? Our body, that is the IgG or IgM or the complement, will recognize it as an foreign and then they will start lysing our own cell.